plant D to DC4. Let me go. Yeah, right here. That's the most expensive. And right now, it's clear because it's so expensive. What's our decision? 0. We're not using it. So how far down do we need to reduce the cost before you start to decide it's okay to ship some out of Plant D? So we got to do a Salver table. So currently it's at $365. Let's vary. Let's put different numbers in there. Down to say 50 bucks. Let's lower it all the way down to 50 bucks. So okay, I'm going to go ahead and do a Salver table. Run Salver table. One way. Okay, now I'm going to change this. What is it that I'm changing? I'm going to pick this one, right? 365. It's currently at 365. Now, what am I going to replace it with? Well, let's see what happens if it's $50. Let's go as high as 365. And what do we want to increment by?
5.
5? Okay. And then what's our output? Still going to be, what's our output? Not the cost. What I would like to see is whether it changes. Is that E? Yeah, E15, right? Right. Right? I want to see when it goes away from 0. When we start to actually start using it, start shipping some out. Okay. So now I'm going to say okay. Boom. So, wow, look at that, man. 365. Hey, what if I lowered the shipping cost to 360? Forget it. I'm still not sending anything from there. All the way down to 120.
Wow.
Of course, if you start lowering even more, when we get down to 55, that's when, is that the capacity? What's the capacity of, what's that plant?
DC4, 1450.
Yeah. So, yeah.
It's E19.
Yeah, so it's still a lot of capacity, but still. But at least we can see that, oh man, so we can at least see that it does do that. Now my point is, could I have figured out at about 125? So is there anything in the sensitivity report that actually could have helped me figure that out? So again, this was to constrain. So we're talking about this constraint right here, right, at 365, which is E7. So if I look at my sensitivity report, can I find E7? Where is it? Just wondering. It's not E7, it's mine's changing, so.
E15.
Is that what it was? Hold on, let me go back. E15 down here. Oops, here. Okay, let me go back. Yeah, I don't like this, hard to see.
That's B39.
E15, here we go. Man, God. Okay, now, what is it that we have here again? Looking back up, I'll come back. Reduce cost, allowable increase, allowable decrease. Going back to E50. Allowable decrease, 245. So 245 is the allowable decrease of that constraint before something happens in terms of that cell. So let me check it out. So nothing's going to change until you decrease it by 245. Let me see if that's right. Go back to this. So we start at 365. If we subtract 245, what do we get? 365 subtract 245, 120. Checking how good we are. Subtracting. And, dude, there's 120. So we didn't need to actually use Salver table. I could have answered the question by simply understanding where to look in the sensitivity report in order to do that. Now, we're not going to make you use that. I almost can guarantee I'm not going to make you figure out how to do sensitive. But if you spend the time to figure it out,